In this video, I'm going to give you the lowdown on the sales that happened on November 24th, 2020 for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and give you a preview of the upcoming Black Friday sales in the United States. At the Linus Wilson channel, we give you the secrets to get the console that you want. On November 28th, the day after Black Friday, a lot of the sales are over, essentially, right? Black Friday week was a really crazy week. And we had a lot of confirmed sale dates last week, but we don't have really any strong confirmed times. We know that AntOnline will drop. They will definitely drop in the week. That's what they've said. As definite as any corporate announcement is. They said they're going to drop this week and then in the second week in December. And so we expect Xbox Series X and PS5 bundles, right? If you've not done so already, you need to follow AntOnline with all notifications. You need to check out their bundles. Make sure you want to get them. It's probably best to use PayPal with AntOnline. Because their sales are based on speed, but it does kind of flicker in and out of stock, so don't despair if it looks like it's out of stock immediately. A lot of people get it on the rebound as late as, an hour afterwards. So and then PlayStation Direct, they don't give us their plans. They haven't done that since I think launch day. I think there was only one day that they confirmed that they were going to sell more. That was on the 13th, the day after launch day. And then there's a Target. We have this memo, and I'll show you the memo in a second. I've shown it in several videos, but I'll give you just show you the post that at Showtime Prod 4 is received, and it has been spot on about what's been happening about Target. And then Walmart Help sent out a tweet that was pretty ambiguous. It said that at 12 p.m. Eastern or 9 p.m. Pacific time on 11:30, that is Cyber Monday, right? That's the Monday after Black Friday. They're going to sell PS5s. And usually Walmart sells PS5s with Xbox Series X's and S's. So we think that's a time, except the only problem is, did they mess up the Pacific time or did they mess up the Eastern time, right? Because they're not selling it 2 times. They were just giving they were converting the time zones, but their time zone conversion was wrong. So if you believe the Pacific time, it means they're going live at 12 a.m. And if you believe the Eastern time, then they're going live at 12 p.m. Eastern time, right? So my inkling is that they'll go live at 12 p.m. Eastern time, not 12 a.m. But you sure wouldn't want to miss it. So that means that some people will stay up for that at 12 a.m. hoping that Walmart will go live. The deal with Cyber Monday is that it's supposed to be people are at work, so you'd think you'd have a sale during work hours. And Target is kind of aiming at they called it the Cyber Monday week, but they didn't commit to going online on Cyber Monday. But PlayStation Direct only sold one day last week, I think. So I don't expect them to do it like every day of the week. If they do it, I just don't think they have the stock to do it. All right, so here is Showtime's memo here, right? And it says that the first event will be on the week of November 29th after Cyber Monday. Inventory will be made available for purchase at Target.com for order pickup or delivery, or order pickup or drive up. But I think that's probably the drive up pickup is probably only going to be for the Xbox Series X and S, which they are keeping in stores, whereas the memo says they're not going to keep PlayStation 5s in stores. So to the extent they have some PlayStation 5s left in stores, then maybe. But the big thing that's been happening today, right? And I'll recap some of the sales with from Black Friday, has been the Target walk-ins, right? And or not the Target, but the so we did have Target walk-ins. That went from if you're talking all the way back to the Xbox, that started November 11th. If you're talking about the PS5, those started November 13th. But with our Target experience, a few people kind of got it on the 13th. Or actually, a lot of people got it on the 13th because they knew from the experience with the 11th that people were getting the Xbox Series X and S walking in. So I expect, what the action we've had with Walmart suddenly allowing people to walk in and buy consoles. Typically, it seems like the situation is that you need to speak to a manager. You need to speak very nicely, by the way. You have to be very polite, seem very discreet, and then ask them about canceled orders, right? Because a lot of the pickup orders were canceled, and for some reason they didn't put them online. They kept them in stores. And on a store-by-store basis, it seems that Walmart is allowing people to buy those canceled orders, but only if you request it. Right? They're not going to put it out there. And they kind of are very discreet. So we got a guy from Texas, Hawaii, New Mexico, New Jersey, and a lot of people were saying this is Cap. This is not, there's no dishonesty here. These people are legitimate sources, right? That are happy that they bought from Walmart, and they're happy that people told them about it. And if you think about the Walmart, the walk-ins to Walmart, are they 100% successful? The 100% of people that do that? No. Is it probably less than 50%? Yes. But I'm going to tell you, at the Meyer sale on Black Friday, there were between 400,000 and 2 million people trying to get about 6,000 consoles at a Midwest grocery store called Meyer's, right? And, hundreds of my followers got it because we cracked the code and found a way to jump their crazy queues. But it was, there's not many sure things. And even kind of the big retailers that you think are easy, like PlayStation Direct or Best Buy or GameStop, they're going to make you wait hours to secure a console. There's a queuing system with PlayStation Direct. I know people that have been in every queue and not got a console, and those queues typically take about 2 to 3 hours, right? The whole sales cycle for them. And GameStop and Best Buy are similar, that they make it very hard to add it to cart. Best Buy also makes it very hard to check out because there's this kind of like flickering stock, and you have to keep on spamming the add to cart button. None of these methods are easy. And so if you had to walk into Walmart on a Saturday afternoon and didn't get a console after making a few inquiries, so what? You can buy some milk at Walmart or whatever. It's not a completely wasted thing, and it's Saturday. But tomorrow, the pickings are going to get thinner, and I also think the number of people that are going to be trying to secure one at Walmart are going to go up. So we got Minnesota examples. We got Indiana, Tennessee, and the same thing goes for the Xbox Series X and S, right? You can pick up canceled orders. This person got one. He says, thank you for helping me secure the bag in my local Walmart. Apparently, when online orders are canceled, they have in-store stock. Be kind and ask sincerely, just like myself and them, and don't make a scene. There you go. This is Arizona. Nice picture of someone who got it. And then I want to talk about Dell, right? Dell had a sale like late last night on Thursday, or I'm sorry, Black Friday, so November 27th, right? And so if you look at the numbers here, about 7 times more people had their order canceled, so that's probably about like I think that's about 15% actually their orders went through. So 2.4 plus 15.1, so 2.4 divided by 17. So about 14% actually went through, and 86% were canceled, right? If you add up the top 2 numbers. So it was a disaster, kind of on the scale of Kohl's without the Kohl's cash. But it was a really fast sale. I mean, the only person who tweeted it out was Site Supply, and so a ton of my followers ordered, but I think also a ton of them were canceled too, right? In line with these percentages, right? And yeah, so I mean, like, you can multiply 2.4 times 0.024 times 4,811. That's over 100 secured one from Dell, but 7 times more than that had their order canceled, right? So it was a disaster, and it disappeared like right away. But at least some people got it. It was an unannounced sale. And then AntOnline went live with both the Xbox Series X and that was basically a second dip. They said they were going to do it one per time, but they did it twice last week, and they've confirmed they'll do it this week. So you want to follow AntOnline with all notifications. GameStop also, I think, sold PS5s twice last week, and at least once the Xbox Series X online, right, in addition to the camping out where basically only 2. So this guy got his PS5 from Walmart in Cincinnati, Ohio. And then I think the crazy days are, I think that it still will be crazy. There still will be stock going online. We had a slower day today, but I do think that a lot of the stock has been gobbled up in these first few weeks, and that it's going to be harder to secure, especially the PlayStation 5, and probably tomorrow is the last day that you stand a decent chance, right, a more than 10% chance of walking into Walmart and securing a console. After that, I think that's going to be totally sold out unless they get some sort of restock or fundamental change in their policy. So in the morning, about I think 10 Eastern time-ish, something like that, we had Best Buy go live, right? And I think it's just useful to look at what Best Buy says, right? Best Buy says how it's going to go work, and this was just for the Xbox Series X and S, and a lot of people secured. Every few minutes, we're going to release more inventory. Shortly, the button below will turn back to yellow unless we're selling out. At that point, try adding it to your cart again. Pro tip, if that works, check out as fast as you can. It won't be reserved until you are in checkout. And that's good advice, that once you cart something, it is not reserved for you. You need to actually check out with it. And you would get this gray button, and if you refresh or if you waited, it would turn yellow, and you click on it, but you might have to click on it 100 times before you could card it. And a similar situation was going on for the once you got it in the cart, right? And so I retweeted some advice from people that secured it. And it looks like that because so many people trolled her, she was giving really great advice on how to get it. She deleted her tweets, right? And I'm really sad about this. I'm only one person. I can only weed out the community so much. But I want no one that is going to be critical of somebody that's trying to help out other people secure a console. But basically, she was suggesting that you add to cart, that once you get it carted, then you change the location. It seems like you can refresh with Best Buy once it's in the cart. You can also try to change your pickup location. It was all for pickup, and that will give you a chance, another opportunity to check out. So there's a two-step process with Best Buy. I think it's more a one-step process with GameStop. But those are all anti-bot measures, but it takes a long, long time to check out. And even somebody picked up a PS5 from Meyer, which kind of violates their policy, but sometimes they'll make mistakes. But it seems like it's so widespread with Walmart that Walmart has a policy you can walk in. Meyer does not. And then the Fred Meyer stores, there's about 130 Fred Meyers, so those were the big walk-ins that we were expecting, right? So that was on I posted this for 2 days, warning people about Fred Meyer. Fred Meyer is a grocery store, but it also has other stuff that they and I think I had it on my pinned comment for a week, but that was my only pinned comment, right? The only confirmed one was Fred Meyer the last couple days, right? And I think they passed out about 3,000 consoles, about 20 to 30 per store. They have about 130 stores. There's a few stores in Northern California, and there's stores in Idaho, Alaska, Washington State, and Oregon, right? And people did not have to line up nearly as much to secure an order with Fred Meyer than they did with GameStop, right? So some people, this person was there since 12:30 a.m. They opened at 6 a.m. versus GameStop on Black Friday, right? You really had to be there for over a day to have a legitimate chance of getting one of the two PS5 consoles. Maybe less for the Xbox Series X, but still, the fact that this person only had to wait 5.5 hours, right, at Fred Meyer's, right? That was pretty good, actually. This person kind of waited too long to get in line. And, I'm just kind of, I'm flabbergasted at, how unwilling a lot of people were to just check out Walmart today. When I get all these comments, oh, we hate all this online stuff. We want to buy in stores. We don't want to fight the bots. But when you have a situation where you're told, yeah, there's a chance that your Walmart is going to have a PS5 in stock if you just walk in, they're like, oh, that's too much trouble. I need a 100% guarantee. Well, geez. But you want to buy in store, but you're too busy to walk to or drive to a Walmart on a Saturday? Give me a break. So I'm Linus Wilson. Subscribe. We give you the secrets so that you can get the console that you want.